Excellent. Share screen. Okay, let me just move that out of the way. Bear with me and present. Right. Can you guys all see that? Thumbs up. Thank you, Joshua. Appreciate it. Thank you. Excellent. So welcome to tonight's opportunity call. It's a 30-minute presentation by Natasha and myself, all about the X39 light therapy patch. But before we get started, a quick introduction about who we are. And Natasha, if you wouldn't mind kicking off.
Sure, no worries. So we run a health and wellness clinic called Shine Health and Wellness on the Sunshine Coast. So we do all things alternative, from hyperbaric chambers to sound therapy, to red light therapy, plasma light, bioresonance technology. And one of the most important parts to our clinic is the stem cell patches, the X39 LifeWave patches. These are critical to our client success. And what we've seen over the last 10 months has been nothing short of remarkable. And this is what we love. We're so passionate about helping people with their health, and also now with their wealth, with this business opportunity as well, which we'll mention at the end of the presentation. But really, at the end of the day, it's like we're here to find the fastest way to help people heal. And whether it's, this technology, that technology, it's all about bringing it together and making it the most effective for people to transform their lives. And we work with stage 4 cancer patients to ADHD kids, autistic kids and adults, autoimmune conditions, babies with brain injuries, and all sorts of conditions. And we've seen something absolutely incredible with these patches when we've incorporated, especially with these chronically ill people, and even people that are, athletes, that are, gym junkies. They're even getting incredible results. You don't need to be sick for these patches to work. So we can't wait to share this technology with you.
Great. So it's going to play a quick introduction video of a little bit about the patches.
In a world searching for answers, one discovery is changing everything. A patch, no bigger than a quarter, built not to treat symptoms, but to wake up the healer inside you. This is X39, a wearable, light-activated patch. Designed by David Schmidt, an inventor with over 200 patents. His mission? To reverse aging naturally. This isn't science fiction. It's stem cell activation without injections, without pills. Your body repairing itself. The results? Life-changing energy, recovery, sleep, relief. And the medical world? It's taking notice. Still skeptical? Visit thisisatinfo.com. You'll find the studies, the patents, the proof. It's all there.
Great. So that was a quick introduction video of what we got in store for you tonight. So here's the key problem. The older you get, your stem cells decline with age. Now, no one tells you this, no GP talks about it, but the fewer stem cells you have, the faster you age and the slower you heal. I don't know about you guys, but I'm 54 now, and every 5 years, sometimes not every year, it was just everything was hurting more. Everything was more painful, more aches and pains, and it's because of this red graph, right? So by the age of 30, only half of your stem cells are active. By the age of 60, you lose almost all of your stem cell activity, and by 80, it's down to 0. That's why your joints start to give way. That's why your organs start to decline. That's why your skin starts to sag. It's all about stem cell decline, guys, right? And no one's talking about this. The key thing is there's a solution. X39 actually starts to turn this curve around. I'll just go to the next slide. Sorry. Just give you a quick video of how does it work. So I've just added this to the slide. Apologies. I didn't realize it was coming. So here's a quick intro of how it works.
By harnessing the power of LightWave's patented phototherapy, X39 uses light to elevate a peptide proven to signal the activation of stem cells. Think about it. These are the cells that generate and regenerate all the cells and structures of the human body. They're the building blocks for our organs, tissues, blood, and immune system. They also serve as an internal repair system everywhere. But as we age, stem cells become less effective. Their ability to repair damaged tissue is reduced. In fact, by age 60, they've slowed dramatically. But all that changes when just one LifeWave X39 patch is placed anywhere on the body each day. Instead of older and less effective stem cells, X39 supports the production of younger and healthier stem cells. This amazing level of control over your vitality and well-being was simply not possible, let alone this easy, until now. And the best part? Like all LightWave patches, X39 is safe, non-invasive, and incredibly cost-effective.
That's a quick overview. I'll just go into a little bit more detail. So basically how these patches work, your body reflects, your body produces infrared light, right? And what these patches do, it actually reflects your infrared light back into your body using a patented form of phototherapy, right? So you've got this fully sealed patch and your infrared light hits the actual patch and reflects back in the right signal, the right frequency to actually turn your copper peptide production back on and therefore turn your stem cell production back on. It's literally light flicking the switch. It's no different to when you go into sunlight and you go into the sun and your body produces vitamin D. Your body is a biochemical pharmacy and it works in the exact same way. Instead of vitamin D production, he's got these crystals correctly structured so that when the infrared light hits it, it actually sends the signal to turn the switch back on to get that copper peptide production up, which has so many amazing benefits. There's so many studies on it and what it does for the body, but the stem cell production comes back on as well.
And again, it's non-transdermal. There's no drugs or chemicals, and it's definitely not invasive. So nothing's going into the bloodstream. It's completely safe, and there's no contraindications with pretty much most medications, only if you're on organ rejection drugs. That's the only thing to consider. But other than that, you can be on any medication and it won't impact that. So how it works is basically very simple, 12 hours on, 12 hours off. So you put your X39 first thing in the morning, you leave it near your toothbrush or near your coffee machine or kettle, and you literally put it on the back of your neck, so the pointy part of your neck, so the C7, or you can put it below the navel, or to be honest, just put it where it hurts. It really doesn't matter where it goes, but that's where the clinical studies have been done. So you literally wear it on during the day only, and then you can take it off 12 hours later, throw it away, or you can put it on your pets at night, which we do. It's amazing benefits for animals as well. And again, you just repeat it and just make sure you're super hydrated with really good quality water, spring water, and then adding a bit of Celtic sea salt under the tongue just to keep those electrolytes up.
That's it.
So you want to go?
You go.
Okay. Save your voice. He's been screaming all weekend.
We've been at basketball state championships, under 12 boys. I've been screaming myself crazy from the sidelines.
That's right.
A lot of fun, but yeah.
Anyway, so the benefits of X39, so definitely increase in strength, definitely reduce inflammation. This was a big one for myself. I know I used to wake up at 2, 3 a.m. in the morning. I'm actually sleeping through the night due to reducing that inflammation. My sleep has improved massively. Not only that, stamina, energy, vitality, that was a huge shift within 2 weeks for me. I noticed not only that, my mental clarity and my focus was out of this world. I just felt like something just turned on after 10 years of chronic fatigue. So this has been a game changer for myself personally. You also see a restored muscle and skeletal conditions, like I said, sleep, and even skin appearance. This stuff is patent, so this is proven to work. Obviously, you've got to be consistent and make sure you stick to it to at least 6 months, if not 12 or more.
Yeah. And look, personally, I've experienced this. We were kind of one patch wonders. I put the patch on. I was very skeptical, guys. I said, what the hell is this patch going to do? I woke up the next morning, my back pain was gone. I could touch my toes for the first time in 10 years, right? And again, my energy's up, clarity. And not only that, like just seeing what it does for our patients as well. We have cancer patients that come in here very frail, and we put the patch on. Within 2 weeks, they're getting in and out of the chamber, hyperbaric chamber, effortlessly compared to previously struggling and hurting. These patches are doing some amazing things.
So long-term results. So these are, within the first few days, what happens is 4,000 genes get basically reset. So that's a third of your genes. But within 6 weeks, and we'll show you a topography map in a moment, but the brain actually becomes rebalanced. So this is huge for especially anyone with ADHD or autism, kids especially. I actually had a client in today. Her son has been on the patches 6 weeks, and he came in for some sound therapy. And this kid is completely different. Like compared to where he was 6 weeks ago, he is so hyperactive, having huge meltdowns. And he came in, took his shoes off, so calm, jumped on the bed, waited patiently for his mum to actually get on her sound therapy bed. And normally he'd be whinging and complaining. He literally just said not a peep and just waited for his mum to be put on the bed as well. I mean, this is incredible. In 6 weeks, you see this boy, he's on,
Completely
lots, on quite high medication doses. So the goal is for this mother is to reduce that medication and hopefully one day even come off that medication. But this is incredible.
And also your heart starts to reverse in age. This is the key thing. Like for every 1 day you wear the patch, your heart reverses 1 1/3 day. Your heart gets younger the longer you wear this. This is phenomenal, right? We met people down at the conference in Orlando. They've been wearing it for 2 years. He was 62. He had his biological age measured of his heart by his cardiologist, 30, 30, right, in 2 years. Who doesn't want that? And that's 4,000 genes. That 4,000 genes begin to reset to a youthful, younger state, right? So this is literally age reversal technology.
Obviously, and also the 3-month period as well, the collagen, not just externally from the skin, but internal organs, this is the powerful thing. It's even more effective than taking a collagen supplement. This is how incredible these patches are.
All right, so this is a brain scan, right? 77-year-old woman with the X39. You can see in the first session, still inflammation in the brain, lack of brain coherence. That's session 1. Within 3 weeks, no more inflammation. The red is gone. Improved brain coherence. And on the 3rd session, 6 weeks later, complete turnaround, better brain coherence. We're seeing this all the time. As Natasha just gave you that case study, we had another lady, severe ADHD, lovely client of ours. And she said after 2 weeks on the patches, and again, everyone's different, 2 weeks, she said, I had no idea what stillness felt like until now, right? All the mind chatter was gone. The brain fog was gone. She could focus. She's putting on a kid who's also got ADHD. He's getting great results. The teachers are saying, what are you doing? What are you doing? Wait till you see some of the autistic testimonials on autistic kids. It just makes you cry, guys, right? This is such a beautiful product helping so many people.
Qualify and you can win.
I'll just
All right.
mute that. Okay.
So again, this is patent technology. What does that mean? You cannot get a patent if you cannot prove conclusively that it does what it says, right? And if you look at the highlighted red writing there, that's from the actual patent, elevates copper peptide, that's a GHKCU, including elevation of stem cells, improvements of energy, elevation of antioxidants, reduction in inflammation, management of pain, improvements in stamina, elevation of, I can't actually see that because you've moved everything out the way.
Sorry, my
That's
bad.
okay, honey. All good. You guys can read that. There we go. Improvements in stamina, elevation of collagen production, improved wound healing. So it's proven to do it. It's not like, does it work? It's proven, right? Now, let's go back to that.
So it is absolutely exclusive. There's no other product like this on the market. You can't just go and buy this on Amazon or a health food store or even a chemist. This doesn't exist anywhere. This is the power of this exclusive technology. It improves cellular health and vitality. And I see this day in, day out in this clinic, not only for my own family, but everyone that walks in and consistently does these patches gets incredible results, but you've got to stick with it. It's extremely affordable, less than a cup of coffee a day. And the beautiful thing, like Tom said, it is patent, which is absolutely an opportunity if you want to look at the business side of it as well. This is incredible technology that really needs to, be embraced.
Absolutely. All right, so let's talk about testimonials. We're just going to share something from the heart with you guys, right? We never wanted to start a health and wellness clinic. We didn't.
Actually, I didn't want another business, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I had a previous business which was in video marketing, and that business was, part of the reason why I had chronic fatigue, and then having 2 very sick kids as part of that journey. But this, this business in health and wellness was not something that I ever wanted to do.
Yeah, so we were running a 7-figure business, live event model, speaking from stage, 6 city tours around the country, and suddenly our children got extremely sick. It started very young when we had them, behavioral issues, like neurodiversity, that we had no idea what the hell that word meant. Then we had all sorts of food sensitivities. We almost lost our son 3 times due to food sensitivities that came out of nowhere. He used to be able to eat almonds and strawberries, and suddenly, boom, he was struggling for breath.
And then within the last 3 years, he had early stage leukemia, which was for us. It was all around COVID, so it wasn't something that we could navigate easily. Not being able to go in and out of hospitals, with all the laws that they had kindly put in place. So for us, it was a really difficult time and probably one of the scariest times of our life. And that's what gave birth to our clinic. We acquired all this technology from all over the world. We traveled to Europe, we traveled to the USA, Dubai, New Zealand, Sydney, Perth. We went everywhere to find the best treatment for our kids. And that's where you know, Shine Health and Wellness was born, and we did have done incredible things with his health. We've, you know, we didn't do any chemotherapy. We did it all through natural therapies, through all of our technology. And then when we got introduced with the patches, which I was told about at least 4 times, by the way, before I actually did anything. And that was from one of my clients, Janine, that actually said, I've had amazing breakthroughs. And at that point, I was like, you know what, let's just give it a go. I've got nothing to lose, right? And that was our approach to everything. And that's what started this business in the first place. So we patched him, and he was actually quite ill from coming back from a trip in the USA. And within literally, as soon as he put that patch on, within that first day, he went from literally being in bed, sick as, to bouncing off the walls and not being able to stop playing basketball. Now, and I actually had to say to him, Bo, you really need to stop. You know, I'm actually terrified that you're going to get run down and sick again. But he just had this massive boost of energy, and he just could not stop. And I was like, whoa, is this placebo? Is this like, what is this? So we all started, and we started patching as well. And then we started having those incredible, you know, for me, it was energy and clarity. I just had this, it's like this brain fog had just lifted, you know, from years of not sleeping, with having, you know, a kid that we not nearly lost a few times, you know, a mum, you know, complete adrenal fatigue, constantly waking up with, you know, checking his breathing. So I literally had so much stress in my life. And then to have that energy and clarity after so many years was just incredible.
Yeah.
And even for you, your hair started growing
Hair's
back.
growing back. Yeah, I know. So hair's growing back. My wrinkles are starting to disappear. I had people who hadn't seen us for 15 years. They said, you haven't changed. I said, no, that's working. I like that, right? I'll take that. But most importantly for the kids, just to see them now going from literally bedridden. I mean, all of our treatments we had to do regularly just to keep them going. So we had to do the hyperbaric,
He did 60 days straight in a hyperbaric chamber. So 60 hours over those two-month period.
Yeah. So that all improved, and we were just managing. But then we add the patches. It was like this icing on the cake. It just boom, just kicked him up. It was like a missing piece. That stem cell activation kicked in, and you could see the color come back to his cheeks. You know, the gray bags in his eyes gone. And now this kid is playing Division II representative state basketball, right? And just to see him running around is just beautiful, you know?
And watching him for the last 4 days, holding his own, you know, second division in Queensland State Championships, from a boy that could, you know, couldn't even get out of bed most days. And, you know, he even said to us some days, Mum, you know, I don't want to be here anymore, because he was sick and tired of being sick. And, you know, to watch your 8-year-old, 9-year-old boy say that to you, you're just like, you know, you can't let that happen. So, you know, that's why we're like, what do we do? Let's just do whatever we can to help our son, you know, like any parent. And that's what gave birth to helping other people now. So, and that's our mission.
So a little bit of a heartfelt journey there. And I always forget to put tissues on the table because this happens every damn time. But anyway, that's a little bit about us. But again, give this time. This is a long-term commitment to your health,
It's
right?
not an overnight fix. And if anyone tries to tell you that about anything, any treatment really, I would really, you know, think twice about that, because nothing is overnight. Things that are really worth it take time.
Yeah. And some people can experience results in days like we did, and in weeks, but that's not everyone. So we recommend a minimum of 6 to 12 months. Remember, stem cells keep declining as you get older. So if you're not putting a patch on, you're doing nothing about that red curve. And I'm telling you, the destination is not looking good. Like everyone, if you look at older and older people, everything starts to degenerate, right? And we don't want that to happen, right? That's why we want to do something about it. And the patch gives you that power. The key thing is to track what's going on, right here. This is a health benefits tracker. We recommend that you do this when you do join, is you look at your sleep, your mental clarity, you score them out of 10, because sometimes you don't think about all these things and suddenly you realize, oh, that is getting better. So when you actually track these things over time, you can see the change. Now in the clinical studies, they were measuring urine, they were measuring blood, and all the other physiological symptoms, right? And they had 96% of people experienced a significant change in their health and improvement within 3 months, right? But that's when you're measuring the blood, the urine, and all the other metrics, right? Not everyone's got access to that and wants to do that. That's why we use this health tracker to say, keep track of this. This thing works. But again, give it time.
So for more information, just go to thisisit.info.com. You'll find all the studies, all the science, all the testimonials, all the patents. So, you know, if you really want to dive deep into all that stuff to really see the proof, then go to this website, and also functional doctors talking about how powerful these patches are. But you can see all the different conditions. Obviously, LifeWave don't claim to cure or prevent any disease, but everyone has their own journey. But you'll see as for yourself, just look at these testimonials, you know, results like this do not lie. And the main thing is that, you know, it covers so many different things, but again, it's not, you know, to diagnose or treat or cure any of these conditions.
So this is a page from the thisisit.info.com. You click testimonials in the drop-down menu, and you can navigate through so many life-changing testimonials, right? Here's some before and after photos. You can see the scoliosis corrected on the left. Next one down, you can see the wound healing snowboarding accident. It was about to go to a job interview. 3 days on the patches, rapid wounding. And the younger you are and you put this on, the more rapidly this works. You can see the improvement of skin conditions, and you can see the boy's finger. He actually caught it in the car door, sewed it back on. They said it's got no chance. Put the X39 on, completely regrew itself, right? If you look at some of these, hair growing back, my own hair is starting to grow back, which I'm thrilled about. Yeah. But look at the décolletage, look at the wrinkles disappearing. But again, look at this, 2019, 2020, 23. Give this thing time, and it is age reversal. You look in the mirror, it works. It gives, and if you want to know, how do I know it's really working? You measure your biological age. It's a blood test, and they actually pinpoint exactly what's going on. David Schmidt's been on these patches the longest, right? He's been on them for 20 years because he's the founder of LifeWave. It's been around for 20 years. He is now 62, and or actually I think 65.
Yeah, round about that.
His biological age is 35, right? And we met other people, as I mentioned, at the conference in Orlando. Same story, right? We're coming up to year 12, so we're about to do our bloods. Year 12, month 12.
I wish I'd be like 12. No, just kidding.
So we're keen to get that, and we're going to be showing you those results as well. More testimonials here. And then most importantly, what I love is when you take a look at what the actual doctors are saying. You look at this Mario Lopez, cardiologist. He's using this now in his practice, and it's just getting amazing results. Like, it's getting faster return. There was actually, if I remember watching this video a while ago, after 12 months on the patches, after a full open heart surgery, no evidence on the MRI scan of any trauma or previous surgery, right? That is phenomenal. The wounds are healing up, and this is naturopaths, chiropractors, functional medicine doctors, all starting to use these patches. We use it in my clinic as well, and we're seeing the changes from people with cancer. The hair starting to grow back within 2 weeks.
Yep.
To ADHD. It's phenomenal. So take a look at the testimonials, satisfy yourself, do your own research.
So how do you get started? Just reach back out to the person that invited you to this Zoom. But really, there is 3 ways. And the first way is a 3-month pack, which is called the Core. And basically, this allows you, say if it's just for one person, that gives you 3 months supply. So you put each of those sleeves, there's 30 of those little tiny X39 stickers. So 1 patch each day. And that price is about, I can't even see that, it's about $520 for a 3-month supply. But if you want to do it with your partner, or if it's for you and a child, then you would look at the advanced pack, which is a 6-month supply of X39, and it's approximately 930 Aussie dollars with shipping and taxes included. Now, but if you have got a big family, or if you want to actually share this technology like we did immediately, because we saw the results, we saw the opportunity, and if you're serious about, you know, doing this as a business, which is phenomenal at the back end of this, then you want to do the premium, which is around $3,000, and that gives you 20 months of the X39. So that way, you know, once you start, you get excited and you're wanting to share this with people. And this is what we do. We have a whole bunch of stock on hand. So when people actually want to join, then we have some stock straight away that we can actually hand them, and they can enroll straight away as well as a brand partner.
Yeah.
So there are your 3 ways. Again, you got your Core, $525 approximately, advanced 6 months at $930, and then your premium, which is 20 months at around 3,000 Aussie dollars.
So it works out to no more than the price of a cup of coffee a day, $6 Aussie approximately, depending on the exchange
we
rate.
spend way more on, you know, other supplements and all sorts of things. You know, going out for dinner, you know, you add it all up, it really is a small amount for your health.
Yep. Go to the next slide.
Yep.
All right, this is currently the fastest growing health company in the industry because of the X39. So we're going to talk a little bit about the business opportunity. I've got a quick video here for you to take a look at that just talks about that aspect. We never got into this for the business side. We didn't care about that. We just wanted the health, right? Anything for our kids. But then we uncovered the business opportunity behind it. We were like, wow, this is amazing.
But there's more. This tiny patch isn't just transforming lives, it's creating freedom. Because behind it is a business model built for the bold. Real people, real results. Income that scales with impact. And here's why. Because this breakthrough technology is patented and exclusive, it offers a lucrative business plan that allows you to compound your efforts. More people than ever are struggling in today's economy. You can no longer rely on your own sweat equity alone to make a living. This business model allows you to duplicate yourself and, even better, to benefit from other people's efforts. So your income no longer depends solely on you. By duplicating yourself over and over, the income potential is far greater than a conventional job, career, or profession. And you're never alone. The This Is It system gives you the tools, the path, the team. All you have to do is start. The question is no longer if it works, it's whether you'll act or let this moment pass. Will you keep waiting or finally feel your body come alive again? Will you stay financially stuck or build something that lasts? Isn't it time to start living life on your own terms? The This Is It action plan will set you on a path to live out the dreams you have for your family. Get back with the person who shared this video so you can experience the age-reversing health and the exciting lifestyle that thousands are already enjoying. This is the technology. This is the team. And this is your moment. This is it.
Great, so nice little video there. Just a key summary here, guys. This is a no competition business opportunity. In other words, there is no competitors. This is all blue ocean in a booming wellness industry with chronic illness at all-time highs and growing, with an extremely affordable patent technology that naturally reverses your age. And with an established and rapidly growing company, it's an opportunity to grow a passive income with no inventory needed, no staff to manage, and with a sales process taken care of for you. If you present this to most entrepreneurs, they go, where do I sign? Right? Seriously, like we run a business, we've invested over $500,000 into equipment and training, and we have to manage staff. We've got to manage also, you don't have any of those headaches, right? You have a full system there that you can just tap straight into and just start sharing the patches. We're going to go a little bit more into that. So LifeWave, a 20-year-old company, open in over 75 countries. And you look at the growth in revenue. Today, I think this year we are on track to hit $1 billion is the target. It has been number twice now voted the most fastest growing wellness industry company in its category.
Sales, yeah.
Right? Now, the key thing here, you want to talk to this, please, Tash?
So the business model that thrives, and really at the end of the day is understanding your why, so what's really important to you right now? Is it more time with your family? I know that is one of our biggest whys, is having more time with our kids. But is it more freedom? Do you want to be able to travel more? Or is it more financial security? Maybe that you're after, more an additional stream of income, or maybe you just want to get out of the job that you're doing and, go full on into something else that gives you the time and also allows you to get out of debt. And more importantly for us as well is we wanted not just time with our family, we wanted the health and the wealth. So that was really important. So what's your why? What is it that you need right now in your life? And really lock into that, because this is an opportunity that we're not guaranteeing results. Obviously, depends on how much you put in, how much time you have, and the effort you put in will determine the results you get. But it's really up to you at the end of the day.
Yeah, and what is just to add to our why, like I'll also look at this and going, we run multiple businesses. I look at what AI is doing. It's such a disruptor, right? We use it in our businesses a lot. It really helps us go faster, but I can see like a huge shift coming where there's going to be a massive displacement of jobs coming. We're using it right now. Our kids are doing homeschooling. We've got AI teachers that are just blowing us away, like just fully automated. We're learning with the kids. We were in LA, driverless cars. It's happening everywhere. Well, a friend of mine is in robotic AI surgery, where basically the AI is learning from thousands, tens of thousands of live surgery. It watches it, look what went well, what didn't go well, teaches itself, and then applies that to the next surgery. No surgeon can compete with that, right? Surgeons have to embrace that. Guys, it's coming across the board. And I was saying to myself, what's my backup plan? What am I going to do? I'm looking at my kids, I'm going, what jobs are they going to do? I need to find something that I can hand them. I've got to do something to secure our financial security. And I want to be able to hand them a 7-figure business, because you can actually gift this to them. Once they get up to 18, they can start their own account. But I was like, I need a backup plan, right? I need to not just rely on right now businesses going well. I need passive income that comes in without me. And that was a key part to our why. But that's mine. What's yours? What's your backup plan? Are you just going to keep working? Is the retirement going according to plan? What if something changes next year? What if all that stem cell decline, you have all those health hiccups that are coming? How are you going to pay for that? And that's why we were like, we need to do something different, right?
So the compensation plan. So basically, really, how to get started. Obviously, you need to join on either core, advanced, or the premium. Ideally, you want to get started on the advanced, because that will unlock the full business plan. But if you can't start there, that's okay. You can start at core and move up and upgrade, to advanced. So basically, you enroll 2 people, 2 on your left, 2 on your right. It's as simple as that. They all need to start a minimum core. And they all need to be on a monthly ordership so that you are active. And then you become a manager, which hits your first rank, which is the most important. And that's where you can cover the cost of your patches at $50 a week if it's just one person.
Yeah.
So it's a really easy way to start. I mean, everyone knows 4 people who know, like, and trust you. And really, it's just about sharing the technology for the benefit of their health. And also maybe they want a wealth opportunity as well.
Yeah.
The team commission, you can earn up to anywhere up to $25,000 a week on this binary system. And there is people that we met in the USA that are earning this kind of money. Obviously, they've been in the business either, some even a year, 2 years, some 3 years, but that's the potential of this. But it's a very simple system. It's, getting 2 people on your left, 2 people on your right, and then, building that as you go. And it's a team effort.
Yeah, so this is literally the business plan on the page. You find 4 people, and then you help them find 4 people. Everyone knows 4 people. That's all you got to do. You don't have to have a big list, right? And to understand what kind of income can you actually, I'll come to that in a moment. Let me go to the next slide. This is just one of the ways you can get paid, right? On the actual introduction commissions. Then you get commissions at 3 levels down. So the first person you enroll, you get 25%. The second person underneath them, you get 20% of their volume. And the third person on that, you get 20% of their volume. And there's also entire team volume. So as you start in the business and this tree grows underneath you, you get rewarded for people you don't even know, right? People signing up other people. So it's not just 3 levels down. There's what's called this group volume, the team volume that you get paid on. So the sooner you get into the business, and as this grows, you then get rewarded and paid on someone else's efforts. This is how you duplicate yourself. And this is the most lucrative compensation plan in the industry. And they're about to make it even more lucrative. Right now, you've got 4 ways to get paid. They're about to take it to 9. Right, they've already done in the USA. They're going to be launching here in Australia. I'm hoping.
Well, by the end of this year.
By the end of this year, it's going to get even more lucrative. So you get paid faster, you get returns quicker. And we were in Orlando at the conference. There were 14 millionaires on stage who had only been in the business anywhere from 12 to 36 months. So it's 1 to 3 years. I had my daughter sitting next to me, Jasmine, and they had these, those like championship belts. They all had their $1 million belts in the air, and my Jasmine was whacking me in the ribs, going, "I want to be on that stage." I said, "You can be. In this business, you can be, right?" And I said, "In 3 years, that's you, right? 3 years. It doesn't take that long, as you just keep sharing and keep helping other people find 4 people, and then you help them find 4 people. That is how this works, right?" And my son, I was so proud of him. He saw that. He's 11. My daughter's 14. We went back out to the resort pool, and he pitched his first person at the pool, an adult. He was playing with the kid. As the kid says, "What's that patch?" "Oh, it does this." He says, "Oh, can you tell my dad about that?" He said, "Sure." Here's my 11-year-old son telling someone at the pool, saying, "Hey, this is how it works." Hey, he got a no. He got a rejection. It was his first no. But he saw the opportunity. He said, "I need to be sharing this at 11." And that's why we brought him along, So moving on.
So it is a world-class training system, and it's a very simple and scalable system. There's so much support. There's Facebook groups. There's so much in the LifeWave Dream Team boards app, but really this simple is very, very simple. Sorry, this system is very, very simple. Basically, you just patch or share with 3 people a day. I know anyone that walks in, I actually don't just do it in the clinic. I do it at basketball. I do it at the coffee shop. I literally carry a bag of patches around with me and I'm ready to go because, you know, you never know who you're going to meet. So you don't have to be in a wellness industry to share this. You can just be talking to anyone out there, you know, on the street. But really, you just patch the 3 people or share the technology with 3 people. Revisit, follow up. This is the key. Follow up is where the fortune is. I know some people may not do it now, but they may do it in 3 months or 6 months or 12 months. And you know what? They'll come on board when they're ready. And if not, doesn't matter, move on to the next person. And then you just invite them along to an opportunity like this. And there's always opportunity events, you know, pretty much Monday to Thursday and even on the weekends. So you just send them along to an event like this and then you reach back out to them and follow them up. But it's as simple as that. It's not complicated. It's just whether you actually consistently do the work and actually reach out to people daily.
Yeah, so these presentations, these are the sales presentations. We do it for you. You don't have to do it, guys. You just got to tell people about it. Hey, send a link to the website or give them a patch, follow them up and saying, get onto Zoom and then talk to them again. Yeah. That is the system.
You can go as slow or as fast as you want. You can do this, you know, like for myself, I'm literally homeschooling the kids. I run a full-time clinic. The kids play basketball every day in Brisbane. So I'm driving, you know, an hour and a half each way. And I'm literally doing this in the car on the way to driving to Brisbane or when I get there between games. I signed someone up last night at 7:30 p.m. after I've finished a whole day at basketball and my first brand partner in Switzerland. So you can do this, you know, as little or as much as you want. There's no pressure. It's totally up to you.
Yeah, exactly. All right, I think that's it, guys. As we can just stop the recording. I'll stop the share and I'll stop the recording and we'll see if there's any questions.
There.
No.
Okay.